Hey guys, this is Tulsa Bed Bug Specialist with another podcast. I am doing this podcast specifically because I want to talk about preparation and expectations. So like I said, I want to talk about expectations and preparation when it comes to German roach cleanouts is what the professional term is. And I did one of those today. So of course we are the bed bug specialists, but we also do all kinds of pest control. And so one specialty that we have is dealing with German roaches, which are the roaches. When people think of roaches, these are the kind they think of. There's about 6 different kinds, but German roaches are they're the most difficult to deal with, and they're one of the quickest reproducing pests out there. So today I did one, and I don't know if there's a misconception or expectation that once you hire an exterminator, they're going to do everything. And I think the expectation is that I need to put is like pest control is kind of like a team effort. Meaning that you can't just rely on I'm sorry, I'm blanking out. You just can't rely on the exterminator to do everything. It's a team effort. You have to have the customer has to participate, and of course the pest control needs to do their part. So what I mean by that is you have to work together. So what I see a lot of times is that they feel like we can do everything. Our chemicals are magic and they'll do everything. But there is a way that the customer can sabotage the pest control work. And what happens is the customer gets unhappy, they get a mixed result, and they might not even know they're sabotaging the treatment versus the pest control. Our pest control service gives preparation instructions, gives after treatment instructions, and we have general videos and tips on just how to deal with roaches and any kind of pest generally on how to keep them away after we're done. Some pests, that's impossible almost, but as far as German roaches, you can get rid of them. You can be roach-free. The products that we use today are vastly superior and vastly more effective than they ever been. And I feel that, in just a couple treatments, you can get, the results that you want, which is to be bug-free. So I walked into a place today. They were not ready for me. It was kind of discouraging because, my goal is to make a great customer, to leave a good impression. But the misconception is that, they're going to believe what they want to believe. The expectation is usually even set before we get there. And so I'm either trying to beat that expectation, or I'm just trying to exceed it, and so yeah. So so going back to the phrase when I was saying sabotage, what I mean by that is, so I can spray a product in a kitchen, and if somebody comes behind me with raid or a fogger, that's sabotaging my treatment. And so, because what it's going to do is it's going to contaminate my product, or it's just going to make it voided out almost. neutralize it is the word. So a person can come behind me. Let's say I bait or spray for German roaches in the kitchen. Let's say a kid comes in there and sprays after I leave, just takes, and this I don't think this would happen commonly, but let's just say, for example, they spill cornflakes over half this floor and doesn't pick them up. That's food sources that's a huge food source that can help them potentially climb over all the cornflakes, not get the product on them, and still feed so they can reproduce and kind of thrive in that area. That is another way they could sabotage. Let's say I treat, a big thing that we realize is that there is food competition. And what that means by if I leave a product, a bait, or a trap for a roach, and they prefer to just eat food that you've left or you didn't clean up, they're going to eat the food. So we have very appetizing and great baits for roaches, but they're going to take food. They're going to take a food source they're familiar with. They're going to take a food source over bait every time. So when a customer says, "Hey, we need your help to get rid of roaches in our home," I'm all for that. But I also want to make sure my efforts are effective. Sorry. So anyway, hopefully that explains enough. Let me see. I'm trying to think of anything else. A big thing is preparation. I say you can get good results if you don't prep, but you'll get great results if you do. And with German roaches, they're so tricky. Of course, they're going to survive and thrive where the biggest food source is, which that's the kitchen. So the biggest thing that we would say is take the pots and pans out of your cabinets. And that is going to let us put a treatment inside that cabinet, and it's going to be way more effective, and it's going to be more thorough than if you had your dishes in there. So the way it works is safer, and the more instructions are followed, the more thorough we can be that we're able to treat. Meaning that if you have 6 newborn babies in your house and you're having German roaches, my methods are going to be extremely limited compared to if no babies or nobody's in the home. The way I can treat more effectively and put more product out, put more traps out, put more bait out is if I'm not climbing over items and the instructions are followed, properly. So that's kind of where we're at with kind of where we're at on that. I think that those are kind of the problems, or not the problems, but just the kind of issues that I see with pest control. Again, I'm sorry, I'm still working on this public speaking, this kind of speaking by myself on this podcast. But hopefully I'm getting better. Hopefully you're hearing less different things like that. So anyway, thank you for listening. Appreciate it. So for instance, again, getting my words mixed up. I'm getting nervous. I'm a little nervous when it comes to making these because I want to definitely appear professional. I know it's one thing to know your stuff and know how to perform it versus telling people that you know your stuff, and even more so selling the knowledge, being able to let the being showing confidence to a person that you can do the job. So these are kind of things that are skills I'm really trying to continue to develop. So hopefully this podcast episode helps. Again, preparation instructions are number one. And just, seeing what you can do to help the pest control operator, or what you can do to get the best results, definitely asking them. Yeah. So follow us on YouTube, Facebook. We have an Instagram. We have a TikTok. We even have a new TikTok. Follow us on those platforms. Call us. Visit our website. Our website is Tulsa Bed Bug Specialist .com. Also, you can call us at 918-892-5254. All right. Thank you, guys. And you can even text that number if you have any questions. All right. Thank you.